We know we've kept you waiting, but it's finally here. The greatest debate of our time ever to grace YouTube. I'm Ashley with Watch Mojo UK, and these are the top 10 anime characters who are of the British persuasion.
You're mean.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at those distinctly British characters in popular Japanese anime who have left a lasting impression on us. And just for the record, Japan, all Brits aren't pretty boys with blonde hair in it. Number 10, Sebastian, Black Butler.
Well thrown, my lord. Even so, let's save the games for later.
Have you ever indulged in the works of P.G. Wodehouse and thought to yourself, I wish Jeeves had a darker, more psychotic side with ultra-violent demonic powers? Well, your wish is granted in the form of Sebastian, the mostly unflappable butler to Ciel Phantom Hive.
9! My orders remain the same. Do it now, Sebastian.
Indeed, young master.
Bound by a Faustian contract and completely devoted to his duty as a butler and bodyguard to Ciel, he protects his lord and master's best interests via ruthless sadism and calculated cruelty. Guess that kind of is like Stephen Fry then.
It's unsightly, disgusting, repulsive. But it is my true form.
Number 9, Seras Victoria, Hellsing Ultimate.
I've got him, Walter. Are you alright?
This unfortunate tomboyish police officer has been through a lot. The horrific loss of her parents, taken hostage by a vampire, being shot, then having to choose between death or becoming a vampire herself. Fortunately, she chose the latter, thus ensuring her place as one of the more memorable members of the vampire and demon-slaying group known as the Hellsing organization.
Right this way, everybody.
Despite her hellish experiences, she still retains a strong sense of courage, justice, and a twee sense of humor. Her allies should be grateful because she kicks ass.
I don't care if you are a vampire. You're still English, have some manners.
Number 8, Hugh Anthony Disward, The Mystic Archives of Dantalian.
失礼した。僕はヒュー・アンソニー・ディスワード。ヒューイと呼んでくれ。
Upon learning of his grandfather's death, ex-RAF pilot Huey is forced to go about claiming his inheritance via tedious bureaucracy. Just kidding, he takes custody of a magical library full of phantom books that can grant readers demonic powers.
バールの稲妻、天地を切り裂く!
In addition to the library, he must also serve as keykeeper to Dalian, the rude and spoilt guardian of the archives. Between them, the two must work together to stop others from misusing the books and restore order, which, as any lawyer will say, is a pretty standard inheritance clause.
だったら。
Number 7, Mari Illustrious Makinami, Evangelion 2.0, you can not advance.
Get out of the way!
How do you like your teenage fighter pilots? Enigmatic, enthusiastic, and friendly in social situations, whilst absolutely ferocious and aggressive in over-the-top explosive giant mech combat, all whilst wearing glasses? Well, that's handy.
Sounds like a pretty big conflict for you. Don't you have better things to agonize over?
This is the mysterious Mari, who as of now is the only pilot to actually admit to enjoying her job. She frequently demonstrates her prowess on the battlefield as one of the top Ava pilots, to the point where she's prepared to sacrifice herself in order to defeat her enemies. As you can plainly see, she's definitely not a shrinking violet.
Bon voyage, Ava Unit 5.
Number 6, Index, a certain magical index.
I know you. What's your name again, little girl?
As if I would give personal information to someone behaving like you are now.
Oh yeah, you little brat, I'll show you.
She may be a sweet and naive nun from a special branch of the Church of England, but her mind currently houses 103,000 magical grimoires. Index finds herself in a world of scientifically enhanced superhuman powers, espers, and real magic users, magicians, and the rivalry between them. Supposedly serving as a source of information, though let's admit it, not very often, she ends up partnered with the show's hapless protagonist Toma, much to his chagrin. Together they uncover conspiracies involving people they think they know from both factions, mostly with Toma doing punches. If it sounds confusing, well, that's because it sometimes is.
I haven't even eaten today. I think I'm about to pass out.
Number 5, November 11, Darker Than Black.
At least this makes you prudent.
The name's 11, November 11. Yes, he's a cool British spy type, clearly modelled after James Bond, but MI6's top agent is also what is known as a contractor.
I have a feeling we'll all end up being mere bit players in this little drama.
This means that as long as he pays the price, he's granted special powers. In November's case, he can freeze and control liquids, including human blood, creating deadly projectiles and barriers. Imagine a Bond movie with powers instead of gadgets. Seriously, how has this guy never been given a spin-off series?
Well, it's their loss. Blow them out of the sky.
Number 4, Kevin Mask, Ultimate Muscle.
You weakling!
Don't let his eloquent speech and chivalrous knight persona fool you. Kevin's a proficient fighter trained from a young age to the point where he ran away from his home to get away from his father, the legendary Robin Mask. He starts off as an antagonist working for the DMP, a group which wants to destroy the Earth.
Look, it's him! It's Kevin Mask!
However, he leaves them due to their lack of honor to become a lone wolf with his own moral code. It's just another example of the nuance, subtlety, and depth found in pro wrestling.
This is no ordinary fisherman suplex. It's a tornado fisherman suplex!
Number 3, Allan Walker, D.Gray-man.
I've got you. Stop fighting now and you won't be harmed.
Set in an alternate 19th century, the organization known as the Black Order commits itself to ridding the world of demons known as Akuma. 15-year-old Allan is one of the Order's soldiers known as an exorcist and has the useful ability to distinguish between demons and humans. He is also afflicted with a scaly, disfigured arm that possesses immense power and evolves throughout the show to vanquish evil.
Sacred cross that dwells within me. Grant me the power to destroy this evil darkness.
Often accused of being too idealistic, Allan is motivated to save the souls of Akuma so that they can find peace.
I'm looking forward to working together with you. Just know that the pay is awful.
Right.
Number 2, Joseph Joestar, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure franchise. This is hard to condense, but here goes. In his early days back in 1938, Joseph travels and gets into trouble, forced to take on vampires, Nazis, and supreme beings known as Pillar Men. Sounds like enough adventure for one bloke, eh? Well, not for our favourite JoJo, who then goes on another adventure to kill the devilish stand user slash vampire slash fellow Brit, Dio Brando, alongside his delinquent Japanese grandson. And that's that. Oh sorry, no, he also travels to Japan to meet his illegitimate son and ends up parenting an invisible baby. Yeah, sorry, that wasn't condensed at all. Number 1, Sabre, Fate franchise.
I am Sabre, your servant. I have come in response to your summons.
Hail to the king, scratch that, queen, maybe? In the Fate Zero and Fate Stay franchises, masters must summon servants who arrive in the forms of souls from history and stories. Why? To compete for the Holy Grail, which can grant any wish. Sabre is one such servant, better known as Arturia Pendragon or King Arthur, who turns out to be a woman, with desires to restore England and Camelot to its former glory. A weirdly unique take on one of medieval legend's most iconic figures, definitely, but that's anime, baby. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.